Please welcome Katie Sackhoff.
How you doing?
I'm good. This show's so much fun.
Oh, thank you.
It's awesome here.
So Battlestar Galactica, it was right, huge show. It's been off the air for 7 years, or it ended 7 years ago, I should say.
Yeah.
Are you amazed that people are still so obsessed with it?
I am. It's crazy to me. You know, before Battlestar, I started working when I was in my teen years. So, and I had done a few shows before Battlestar. I think Battlestar was my 4th or 5th series. So by the time I got there, I felt like I was like washed up, and I was like the old, like, I was like already like jaded, and like I was like 21. I'm like,
we're in space now, let's go.
This isn't gonna work. This is not gonna work. It's sci-fi, whatever. I never dreamed that like this show, I just wanted to like, you know, run around and pretend to be tough and like shoot guns and like punch people. Like I thought it would be fun. I never dreamed that it would be like the show that gave me my career. So it's crazy.
And what's cool right now is that you're dating someone. So you're kind of like part of a sci-fi couple. You're with Carl Urban, who plays Bones McCoy in all the Star Trek movies.
It's a
so it's like, do you feel, are there ever anybody that comes up to the two of you and is just like, oh my God, I'm in a sci-fi dream?
Are you guys causing nerd riots wherever you go?
I think people have like offered to buy our children, so. Yeah, it's a little weird. I think when someone comes up and they recognize him, they won't recognize me, and then they'll be talking to him, and then they'll see me, and then they'll go, "Oh my God!" And vice versa. Like it's like they see one, they come over for one, and then they get like two, and they like don't leave. They like do what Ross did when he saw the green dress. Yeah, so it's pretty funny. Yeah.
So Longmire started out on A&E, now it's on Netflix, and you're coming back for a 5th season. How amazing is that? And you play a sheriff's deputy in Wyoming. We've actually got a clip. Let's take a look at this.
This man was found dead practically in your backyard, and he was driving this car.
I don't know that car, and this man's not dead.
He's not.
Death isn't death. It's just another stage of life. An eternal chrysalis.
I'll let the victim know. I'm sure he'll be delighted.
I understand that you guys have to get out to the real. You're not on stages for this. It's not on a spaceship. You're actually out in rural areas.
We are. We have like one stage day per episode, which is always the best day because you know you're going to be either air conditioned or warm. So it's like you're going to be taken care of on that day. Every other day, it's sort of like you fend for yourself. It's like every man for themselves. You're like in the top of a mountain at 10,000 feet, and it's like 20 below, and everyone, you know, you're just trying to stay warm. And they hand you a piece of cardboard to stand on so your feet don't get cold. Like it's like, you know, you're roughing it. You know, that's what happens.
That's like a real tough girl character, though. Do you love it? Like
I do. I live vicariously through my characters. I think it's the only way that I've like avoided Xanax and therapy. I go to work and just punch people. So it's really fun. If I'm stressed out at all, I just go to work and, you know, strangle a child like I had to do in a movie. It's a weird thing,
Yeah, well,
Longmire also has some like really crazy fans. You know, they followed you from A&E to Netflix, which I love. I love now that there's an opportunity for these shows when one network doesn't want to do it anymore. We can still live on with these strong fan bases.
Yeah.
So I mean, has anything happened crazy with these people?
The Longmire fans are like the Battlestar fans, just completely separate. They're like different people. There's this one woman, I don't even know who she was, but this is how lovely these people are and amazing. She called a sheriff's station in Wyoming to complain about a deputy. And she was complaining over and over and over again how she saw this deputy and her clothing was way too tight and her buttons were down too low. She thought the show was a documentary.
No.
And she was calling to complain that that a police officer should never dress with her tits out.
That is great.
You can't, so I get letters all the time saying that I need to button up my shirt.
No. Oh, wow.
So what I've done is I've unbuttoned it and worn.
There you go.
And now I have tighter jeans. My jeans are so tight. They're like 3 sizes too small. It's not fun.
Well, if you want to see her in her tight pants,
definitely. Now you want to really watch Longmire.
Season 5 of Longmire premieres on Friday on Netflix. One more time for Katie Sackhoff.